communication skill, results in greater self-confidence and personal growth. To run a successful meeting, we do have 3 ground rules. Rule number 1, please avoid using sex, religion and politics in your table topics and speeches as well. Rule number 2, please put your mobile phone in either in silent mode or in airplane mode. I'll give you 10 seconds. Rule number 3, during the meeting, try to avoid speaking to the fellow members. If you want to speak, just use a set of people to communicate. With this, to conduct this meeting, we do have a person who works as a delivery partner in TCS, who is calm and composed. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together to welcome Toastmaster Saravanan. Toastmaster Dharan. Surprise. Good afternoon all.
Good afternoon.
Are you all ready for the surprise meeting? Excited?
Yes.
Okay, how many members got surprised with the roles? Who is nervous in doing the role? Okay. I don't think like you guys are nervous. Okay, I think. See, as regular attendees of the meeting, I think all of us are well versed with the roles and responsibilities, and then we are very clear about what we want to do, how we want to run the meeting. So, though it's a surprise role assignments, I don't think we will have any challenges in executing and doing the roles and executing the meeting. So, with that note, I will declare this meeting numbers are 35 open. I would like to recognize the dignitaries present here. DTM Thomas, District PR Manager, and also the past President of Medley Toastmasters Club. We are expecting DTM group being here, but I think last minute I think we had some other plans. And we will go with the guest introduction. Yeah, on the guest. Yeah, you can come and introduce yourself. You can be here. Yeah, you can come here. Yeah. Okay, go.
My name is Rajesh. Been to Gandhinagar.
Okay.
Long time.
Okay.
Okay.
So you have been a Toastmaster sometime earlier? Okay. In Medley or?
No.
Okay. Chennai Summer Club. Okay. So you stay closer to this place?
Yeah.
Okay. So welcome. Thanks for joining us today. Can you please repeat your name one more time? Rajesh. Okay. All right. So next guest. Yeah.
Hi everyone. Good afternoon.
You can come here.
Hi everyone. Good afternoon. My name is Rekha. I'm working as an enterprise success advisor in an MNC called Bentley Systems. This is my 3rd meeting for Medley Toastmaster. Thank you.
Okay. So you are the board member in your company, and then you wanted to, right? So you are a board member. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Recently become a board member.
Yeah.
Okay. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Thanks for visiting us.
Thank you so much.
Next guest. Yeah. Chaitanya. Okay, come on.
I also guest to this club.
You can come.
Yeah.
Thanks for joining us today.
Thank you. I'm also a guest Toastmaster to this club. This club has been on my list, and also my mentor has suggested me on several occasions. But today I found the opportunity to come here and visit you guys. And I come from Madhavaram. I belong to Chennai Wordsmiths Toastmasters Club. I planned to come with a speech, but I found another opportunity as Evaluator, which I was planning to do, which was on my bucket checklist. And I'm glad that I got the role today, luckily. So I'm hopeful for a good experience today, and I'll take some learnings, which I'll also share my feedback at the end of the meeting.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So Chaitanya, like, what made you to visit Medley?
Yeah, it's all right. I saw some videos where my mentor has already presented a speech. I like the ambience here.
Okay.
And I wanted to present it as a place where my voice is very audible to such large crowd, because I'm a person who is very low tone, but I want to amplify my voice and see how it is received within the audience. So that's my main intention.
So what is your, can you give some background about your personality? Like, where are you from and
Yes.
what do you do? Yeah.
Yes, I come from a hometown where Rabindranath Tagore has translated a song called national anthem as morning song of India. It's nothing but Maranpalli. And I'm a software professional, been working for 7 years. On the personal front, I'm a voracious reader, and also I'm learning Carnatic music as well as I play acoustic guitar. That's on my personal side. And I'm here to develop my public speaking skills to become an educational coach. That's my aspiration at Toastmasters.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So would you like to come?
Yeah.
So do we add other Toastmasters in our guest group? Okay. Maybe we can do that.
Good afternoon to everyone.
Good afternoon.
Hello.
Yeah, nice to meet you.
You can come here.
My name is Tamil. Yeah.
Camera.
Yeah. Tamil Shiva. I'm working as IT professional for the past 20 years, mostly in program management, project management, or other things. I used to see there a lot of Toastmaster meetings in my companies, like my current company as well as my past companies. But I want to attend the meetings, but most of the time we are busy with other things. So I thought of having this kind of meeting in the weekends. So I could see it's happening 3 to 5. So I recently relocated to here, Adaya. So
Okay.
based on that, I just want to visit here and see how things are going.
Sure.
Yeah, thanks.
Thank you. Thanks for sitting.
Hi.
Thanks for joining us.
Hi everyone. I'm Cisy. Actually, this is my first class. I don't know how the flow and so I heard about Toastmaster long back actually. So I am basically from Kerala. When I came to Chennai, my mentor, right? I work for a company called Brookfield. It's a real estate company. And mentor told Cisy, we have to improve your communication skills. Better to join kind of a club or something. That time, I couldn't able to join. So after a long time, still, I'm facing that kind of a fear and public speaking fear and all. So that's why I thought of joining the club and to know how to communicate properly or improve my communication skills.
Sure.
Yeah.
Then you'll have a wonderful time. So Toastmasters is a very good platform.
Yeah.
One is that to more than speaking, about listening,
Right.
the life stories and the interpersonal skills people
Right.
talk about.
Right.
And also it's a platform where we can meet with people from different walks of life.
Yeah.
We have retired professors, retired doctorates, and also the doctors in the field,
Right.
IT professionals.
Right.
So we have. So it's a very good platform to help us in different ways.
Yeah.
Thanks for
Thank you
joining.
so much.
Thank you.
Thanks, sir.
Okay, I think many of you would have seen me in the last session, so this is my second session. I'm Priyadarshini, working in a Service-Star medical coding company. So first time coming into Toastmaster, anyone will get that excitement to come again and again. What triggers is the way how it has been done and how it is organized and how the flow going and what I am getting into it. So that made me to come again. So I really want to continue. So looking forward to today's session.
Nice to see you. So can you give some background about you? Like where are you from and then what do you do?
I'm from, there's a Service-Star medical coding company
Okay.
in Karapakam. So this is basically on the insurance from US. So we've been, we are working for the providers to have their bills settled down from the patients. That's a quite technical part, maybe boring, but I will have that communicated in the forthcoming sessions. And this was a suggestion given from my VP. There are many people in my company who are very much interested in to talk, but they are not having that willingness. Willingness is there, but skill is what is lacking. So they wanted to explore things, and my VP gave this suggestion to me. And this is like a Saturday afternoon where I can meet people of different, not only of my own, because I am constrained only to my departments or the scope. But here I see a vast number of things from college till president, as you told. So there is a good Saturday afternoon spent with a lot many people.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Okay. So I think one thing I just want to call out as a group, right? So I see a lot of people coming into the club who is actually guided by some mentors or seniors. Somehow I feel that it's a kind of a different side in the day-to-day life. Like a lot of people are now guiding, coaching, mentoring people, and also putting them in the right path. So it really seems to be good, and then looks like there is a lot of connect happens between people, seniors and juniors, and people are driven in the right directions. So it seems good. And so without further ado, I will try to hand it over to the Toastmaster of the day. Every Toastmasters meeting will have a MC who would actually own the entire meeting and drive it in the right direction with the right inputs and then with the right timings. So today's Toastmaster of the day, our DTM Thomas Abraham, is a surprise TMOD for the day. As I said, he has been a president for Toastmasters or Medley for the last few years back, and he has set up a lot of processes and other things to drive and then to set our club in the right path. And again, more than anything that, he's a big orator and so much to it. Yeah.
Thank you very much, President. Good afternoon, friends.
Good afternoon.
We are going to progress for the next 2 hours. I don't know where we are headed, nor would you be, because I would have announced a theme for the day. There is no theme for the day. That is the theme. Friends, do you realize that if you look up the Toastmasters manual, what does it say about the TMOD's role? By the way, I'm obliged to the TMOD is, for the guest, Toastmaster of the day. MC is the true answer. What is the expectation from the Toastmaster of the day? You read up, nowhere does it say that I have to propose a theme. Right? So I will do it in the minimalistic way. Already I have to be taking care of the time. We are behind schedule, so I will hurry up. Yet, do you realize if the current immediate past president, who is the general evaluator, if he were to be the TMOD today, what he would have said now? How are you all doing? Then
What day is today?
what day is today? I repeat that question without giving on the copyrights. What day? What is special about today? Serious question now. Now I'm serious.
Surprise meeting.
Father's Day.
Like decertification.
Father's Day is tomorrow.
Decertification and broad day.
I don't understand that. If you can translate that, we will attempt it. Yes, sir.
7:35, I believe it is divided by all 7, 3 and 5.
Yes, that's copyrighted matter. But do you realize, I give you 5 seconds to Google and see what day is today. It is not for nothing we have this gentleman as the president-elect. It's intellect, acumen. You see that, then you will know what I'm raving about. Is it clairvoyance? I don't know what it is. Today is World Juggling Day. What are we doing? We're all juggling roles. We came with 10 balls. Some people got eliminated. Some got 3, 4. It's finally everything settled down. Very much like the Indian chaotic system. Finally, sab theek ho jata hai. You know, like the Indian roads or like railway compartments. You know, trains headed north, general compartment. But finally, everybody become friends and they share each other's breakfast. So let's share each other's breakfast. To do that, I must explain for the benefit of the guests that we have 3 sections typically in a Toastmaster meeting. After this little, warming up business, we have prepared speeches. That means we have manuals which says how you should prepare and come, which is done by the speakers with the help of their mentors. No other organization I know has this mentor system. Manuals are fantastic. That's one part. Today we are fortunate to have 3 prepared speeches. Then you have table topics. Table topics is you are called, come, no harm done. You will be, thank you. You will be given a topic. On that topic you must speak for 1 to 2 minutes. Simple. Third, we will have the evaluation of all that happened at the meeting, where the general evaluator will come, evaluators will come. It's his business, I will not enter into that. So take things forward. May I call upon the general evaluator, who is the immediate past president, Mr. Saravanan, who opens the meetings the way I explained to you. He is been a Toastmaster for the last 15 years. and he has been working with international multinational automotive company. Over to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster today. As you have already taken my script, I have to do this juggling act. Okay. So, what is this? Coin. Communication is like a coin. Coin has heads or tails, right? Communication also has verbal, non-verbal skills. I am the general evaluator for today. My role is to observe and orchestrate the entire proceedings of the meetings, starting from the role player section up to the end of the meeting. I will be there to observe and orchestrate. How many of you are software engineers? Excellent. I can see quite a few people. How do you measure quality? Sonar Q.
Defects.
Right. Number of defects should be less. Sonar Q, code coverage, code quality, and all. Don't worry, I will not go into that. But in Toastmasters also, we measure quality in the form of moments of truth. Moments of truth is one of the guidelines for measuring the quality. And I will be measuring the quality of the entire meeting based on those parameters. How it will be measured? Moments of truth, guest introduction, feedback, fellowship, communication. All these parameters are taken into consideration. And at the end, we provide the recognition in the form of awards. Who is the best speaker? Who is the best evaluator? Likewise, there are so many awards that we get. See, these are the various parameters of moments of truth, and we measure Toastmasters quality through moments of truth. Now, the next question goes to you. Who are all project managers? I don't want to leave the project managers because I touched upon the software engineers. So you are a software engineer come product manager. Okay, good. Okay, good. So in that sense, what is more important? In Toastmasters parlance, product management is nothing but your club success plan, your distinguished club programs, how you reach that. So that is one of the quality parameters that is necessary for Toastmasters, in which we encourage and empower the members. Because in the club measure, what did we mention? We empower the members so that they can become better communicators as well as leaders, so that their self-confidence and personal growth can be enhanced. So this is a platform, because you all have come here for those two, right? Self-confidence and personal growth. That is what we are going to do here. And I will be measuring those qualities also, so that from a program management perspective, we will look at what are the areas that we are covering. Planning, organization, risk, mitigation, contingency actions, all these will be taken into consideration as part of my evaluation from the start to the end of the meeting. Now, you will be thinking like, okay, fine. So we heard about all these things. What is in it for me as a person who is coming and sitting in front of everybody, right? So you will be able to develop your decision planning, okay, decision making exercises, planning, organization, motivation of members. All these can be possible when you take evaluation. For this, I have a 6-member team. It is called as tag team as well as evaluation team. The first set is the tag team, and I will be calling that tag team and introduce them on how they will be measuring the verbal, non-verbal communications, moments of truth, as well as the club success plan, all these steps that how they will be doing as such. First of all, I will call the timer. The timer for today's speech, the timer for today is played by a person who is having 13 plus years of experience in Toastmasters. He is a member of IPR firm. Please put your hands to welcome Toastmaster Medley, who is an ardent member of Medley, who was willing to take up multiple roles. Please explain it.
Thank you. Good afternoon, Toastmasters. As I said last week, time and tide wait for none. As a timer, my role today, I will be helping the speakers practice expressing a thought within a specific time. My duty in prepared speeches for 5 to 7 minutes prepared speech. I will show the green card at 5 minutes, the yellow card at 6 minutes, and red card is 7 minutes. You should speak a minimum of 4.30 minutes to qualify, and exceeding 7.30 is also disqualified. For evaluators, time is 2 to 3 minutes. The green card is shown at 2 minutes. The yellow card is at 2 minutes 30 seconds. And the red card at 3 minutes. And you have 30 seconds to finish. For table topics, each speaker is encouraged to speak for 1 to 2 minutes. I will show the green card at 1 minute. The yellow card at 1 minute 30 seconds. If you speak under time or over time by more than 30 seconds, you will be disqualified. And the red card at 2 minutes. I will report the qualifying times when called upon at the end of the meeting. Over to General. Thank you.
Thank you, Next, I would like to call upon the R counter. This person is an energetic as well as enthusiastic person who has been with Medley for quite long, and he is a person who willingly takes up all the roles, and he always carves a niche for those roles, whatever he takes. And he recently represented Medley in the district conference on the TT speeches as well. Please put your hands to welcome Toastmaster Jagan.
Thank you, Saravanan. I thought this was a consolation prize after all the spin the wheel that happened, but I regret it because this is also a challenging role. I've already missed some of the R's and Ums, which when I say clear speech, it is not. So I've missed some of the R's. As a R counter, my role is to figure out if anybody who's on stage is using a filler word or a filler sound. Filler words like, you know, all right, okay, something. There are two other words, basically and actually. These two words we use often, which don't mean anything, which don't add any value. Filler sounds like so, under which the pauses also come in. So I will note down for everybody, starting from the Sergeant at Arms till the Presiding Officer's address, and I will provide my report when the GE calls me.
Thank you. Now this question goes to the guests. Okay, how many of you are guests here? Okay, I can see quite a few numbers. How did you know about Medley?
From my office vice president.
Excellent. Then? Internet. Nice. Anybody else? Yeah. Internet. Okay, fine. Yeah, nice. Through references as well as through internet. And if you are coming here through internet, then this is the person responsible for that. Prasannavani, VPPR for that. Please put your hands to welcome Prasannavani.
Thank you, Toastmaster Saravanan, for this introduction. Greetings, fellow Toastmasters and guests. As a grammarian, it is my responsibility to pay close attention to all the speakers today, listening carefully to their language usage. I will note down the use of outstanding words, phrases, as well as improper usage of English language. It is also my responsibility to introduce the word of the day. The word of the day is bewildered. Bewildered, it's a verb which means to be confused, surprised, or uncertain. An example of using the word would be Toastmaster Saravanan often leaves the members bewildered when he asks the question, what is special about this day? And when the table topic speaker calls the speaker to the stage, they are left bewildered, wondering what to speak and how to start. I encourage all the members and guests to kindly use the word of the day as many times as possible. At the end of the meeting, I will report on the usage of the words proper language as well as the number of times the word of the day was used. Thank you. Over to you.
Thank you, Mr. With this, we have come to the tag role, like TAG, timer, or counter, and grammarian. And I will come later point of time to introduce rest of my team. Please don't be bewildered. Okay, I'll come back later point of time. I will hand over to the Toastmaster today to continue the proceedings.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, G, for the managerial overview you've given. We now move on to prepared speeches. 3 of them. So the first of the speakers is Toastmaster Cisy. She is going to deliver her icebreaker. So to give us an idea about the objective of the speech, may I call upon Toastmaster Dr. Anuradha, who also doubles up as a photographer, so we must give her a little more time. Please don't. Timer, don't time her yet.
Good afternoon to all. I am the evaluator for Cisy Sebastian. She is giving her speech 1, that is project 1, level 1 in motivational strategy pathway with the title Embrace Every Moment. And this project, foundational project, is designed to introduce a member to the club and the skills she needed to begin her Toastmaster journey. And this is to introduce herself to the club and learn the basic structure of the public speech. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. So, be ready for Toastmaster Cisy Sebastian. Embrace every moment. A word about her or two. A very gentle Toastmaster, genteel, affable, amicable, every bit positive. Part of the 3 musketeers of Medley. Over to you, ma'am.
People will know. People will forget what you said. People will forget what you did. But people will never forget what you make them feel. Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and guests. My name is Cisy. I come from God's own country, the city of Cochin. I am the youngest in my family, which includes my mom, dad, and a sister who is 5 years older than me. When I was born, my sister wasn't exactly thrilled about my arrival. She had enjoyed being a single child, basking in all the perks until I came along like a tiny crying intruder. She wasted no time in embracing her newfound power, the boss, making sure she was in charge. My father was working as a central government employee. We lost him to the battle of cancer when I was 13 years old. I grew up doing my schooling at college in a famous institution named St. Isis. My grandmother's sister was a principal of the college. Everyone used to address me as Sister Conceptas, therefore I received royal treatment, which made me feel important, and I learned the art of maintaining good impression throughout my life. Further, I pursued my advanced diploma in software engineering. Later, I completed my MBA in HR. I worked in BPL, then I moved to a startup company. However, as time passed by, they were struggling to stay afloat. I was determined to turn the tide and save the sinking ship. With my perseverance, I contributed to company's success as part of a team, bringing it back to life. They even recognized my efforts because they couldn't believe how I managed to work wonders in that short span of time. That particular event in my career gave me a boost to move further. Later, the confidence I earned from my experiences was instrumental in landing me a better job offer from ICICI Bank. I worked in both bank and in brokerages by gaining good knowledge of trading. I got married to a loving and caring person named Ajit, as we all know. We have a lovely daughter, Pearl. Though I resigned, I continued trading to utilize my time prudently. I have had various hobbies in the past, the most recent being listening to positive affirmations. It really gives me mental rejuvenation and fills me with positive vibes. It has a magic to influence or rather create an impact on another's life with motivational words or thoughts. Let me tell you a heartwarming story that comes to my mind. I had a close friend who felt lost and unsure about her own abilities. She couldn't see her own strength and talent. I was determined to help her discover her potential and bring positivity into her life. I became a source of guidance and support for her. Shining a light on her unique qualities, showing her all the amazing things that she was capable of. One talent that stood out was her incredible artistic ability. She had a natural talent for painting, but she had never fully recognized it herself. Slowly but surely, I encouraged her to explore her artistic side and pursue her passion for painting. As she immersed herself into the world of art, her confidence began to grow. She started to stand on her own 2 feet, creating beautiful artworks and sharing her beautiful artworks and expressing herself through her unique qualities. It was a wonderful transformation to witness. Providing encouragement and showing her the way, I helped her to find her own path. Now she's flourishing as an artist. Few years back, a miserable disease struck me. I was diagnosed with cancer and I was traumatized. But with the support of my family, now I embrace each and every moment, standing stronger and finding the good things that come my way. Today I'm here at Toastmasters to get connected with people and to improve my public speaking skills. I strongly believe that I will achieve all these goals over a period of time. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Cisy. Second of the speakers is Toastmaster Sundaresan, and he will be evaluated by former Medleyan and soon to be Medleyan, Toastmaster Vijayrajan. Correct? Vijayrajan.
Yes, sir.
Oh, I'm sorry, I was looking for your original place. I'm so sorry. Allow me to. Yeah, in fact, I would request you to give the objectives of the speech. Please do. Sorry.
Good evening, Toastmasters and my dear guests. Today, our speaker, Toastmaster Sundaresan, is going to deliver his speech from Evaluation and Feedback, second speech. The objective of the speech is to deliver a speech. The member will deliver a well-organized speech on any topic and incorporate feedback from the speech which he has already given earlier. The member may choose to present the same speech, a revision of their first evaluation and the feedback speech on a new speech. All the best, Toastmaster Sundaresan.
Thank you very much. I owe you an explanation. In this meeting full of surprises, I mentioned your name, looked for you in the original place. I saw someone moving out the other way, and I was wondering what I should be doing. Thank you very much. Now, about Mr. Sundaresan, who has been a senior member with us, he has spent years as a Toastmaster and otherwise in the Gulf. There, he was responsible for the formation of a ladies' club, Toastmaster club, sir, as also many Cavaliers clubs. And he travels kilometers to attend this meeting for the love of Toastmasters and not bewildered by the petrol bill.
Sunday afternoon, the cricket match is going to start. I wish my favorite team wins. What? Match cancelled because of rain? The party which our incoming president session called by night only with high spirits. What I'm going to do for the next 6 hours? I don't have any reading habit. What I'm going to do? It's boring. By that time, my friend who is a geriatrics doctor who is taking care of elders, he entered. Fellow Toastmasters and guests, good evening. Good evening. Actually, I was bored on that Sunday afternoon. What to do? When my friend came, at least someone to talk with. But he was in a hurry saying that, come Sundar, I'm going to an old age home, just we will visit, then later by night we will go to the party. Is it old age home? Why you are calling me? I'm not so old enough for that home. What is that? By basically whom I'm going to see that? You visit, then I'll come and join you. No, come. It's a long time. I wanted to say several things to you. Come and join. So on the way I saw, what is that old age home? Nowadays we are seeing several advertisements also in the newspaper saying old age home, senior citizens home, nest for elders, retired community, active retired community. I don't know what's meant by active retired community. By the time we reached that old age home and secretary received us, they gave a cup of coffee. I was sitting in the reception, it was boring again. Then my doctor friend came, come. I'm going for the rounds, you also join me. We are going to meet the people. It's my weekly routine only. So first room we entered, my doctor friend happily, he called the two gentlemen who were inside, they were old. Hi, Tom and Jerry. Immediately the reaction was, I'm not Tom and he is not Jerry. Don't tell that again. I said, what's wrong with these two elderly people? And the one said, the tall one said, we have one window and we both are sharing with an agreement of 12 hours each, and now he is not giving me. This is my time for that window. I understood it's old age, again some misunderstanding. But my friend, after checking, he came out and said, both are relatives, both were landlords. Throughout their life, they have fought is for some reason going to the court and police, and they lost a lot of money. At the end, when they became old, the family decided to dump them in the old age home. I said, what do you mean by dump? That's what they have done it. And the destiny is, both of them are in the same room, sharing for the same window. This is life. I was bewildered. What is this life? What's going on in this one? Okay. Then he said, okay, come and join. You'd like to see the next room? I said, instead of sitting idle, let me see some more people also, because something inside me, told me that let me see other people also, what's going on here. Then he entered the second room and said, hi, heroine, how are you? That old woman with lot of wrinkles said, hi, you are the only person remembering me as heroine, dear. So I have that problem, this problem. She was giving a list. And my friendly doctor said, no, you are totally okay. You are not sleeping, that's a problem. Just have a good sleep. Heroine, I had talked with one director, soon better get energetic, and you have to go for the call sheet. Again she smiled. Somebody is giving call sheet to me at this age. Yes, why not? You are a heroine. So I thought he is motivating that lady, and she was so thrilled to talk with him, even though she was so frail. Out of curiosity, when my doctor came out, I asked him, who is that lady? You are calling as heroine. You know, that actress so-and-so? Yeah, 1970s, 80s, she was one of the top actors. She is that lady. I said, what? My favorite actress. That lady? Actress is this lady? What is this life? Why she came here? Well, she earned a lot. She trusted a lot of people. And they all cheated in this film industry. And she started several trusts. But now, one trust is taking care of her expenses. This is life. Again, I was bewildered. What's going on? Why she came here? But it looks genuine. She doesn't have anyone. She is a destitute. So she has come here, and old age home is taking care. Somewhere the equation goes right for this character, I thought. Then by the time when we were showing, one old couple were moving around so active. The auntie was giving cool drinks for others, and the uncle was taking tea cups and moving around. In between they said, hi. And my doctor friend said, hi, smiley couple, how are you? Fine. Go to our room, I will come on soon. We'll come and meet you soon. So we went there, and I asked, this couple seems to be interesting. How come they are here? They are healthy, they are smiling, but they are old. They are here. Well, you can ask that auntie. So out of curiosity, out of interest, I asked that auntie, what made you to come to this old age home? She said, well, we are a happy family of 6 children, 3 daughters and 3 sons. All the 3 in US and 3 in Canada. But for the past 20 years, we were helping them either for delivery or for schooling, daughter or daughter-in-law, and for their new job. And we both were separated for years and years. Weather didn't suit for us. So one day, my husband, my hubby, loving hubby said, enough is enough. Let's go back to India and we'll go and stay in one place. So we are here. Instead of sitting idle, we are in this old age home helping everybody. This is our life. This gives some satisfaction to me. I told my friend, I'm a bit confused. Some youngsters are dumping their parents and elders and somebody is coming or voluntary, what's going on? So you have started thinking, so now you feel better the cricket match got cancelled. I said, cricket match got cancelled, but tonight the party is really lingering in my mind. Let's go to the canteen with a cup of coffee in hand. He said, this is life. Few NRIs, not everyone, think that we can dump the parents here, but old age home is not for cosmopolitan people to earn money and to dump their parents. Is meant for destitutes and genuinely who are sick, who are needy, for those people. By that time we could hear the cheer-ups. Some party was going on there with their children, grandchildren. That's what they say. This is old age home, but there is a lesson learned for us. Over to you.
Third of the speakers today is a guest, not exactly a guest, I will come to that, Toastmaster Anirudh, and to explain the objective of the speech, may I call upon another guest, Toastmaster Chaitanya.
Thank you, Toastmaster Abraham. So, well, today my target speaker, Toastmaster Anirudh, will be presenting his third level project, which is part of engaging humor. And the purpose of this project is, for the member to introduce or review basic presentation software, strategies for creating and using slides to support or enhance a speech. The second objective is, the purpose is to also demonstrate his or her understanding on how to use a presentation software, including slide creation, as well as incorporating the technology into this part of his speech. I wish him all the best for the speech. Over to you.
Thank you very much. CTO of a fintech startup, loves reading about technology, startups, and playing video games. This is the self-description I received. I realized how popular he must be with the kids, with the last part, his expertise in video games. But now let me say what I perceive in you. First of all, I see you as a third generation Toastmaster. The son of two illustrious Toastmasters of Medley, both past presidents, both DTMs. One of them 3 times DTMs, or maybe he's gone to Canada to get the 4th one, I don't remember. And I also seen you in various places as a dynamic, creative, ready to take on anything kind of a Toastmaster. With these few words, let me present Toastmaster.
Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon. Today, I forgot my speech title. The future of, what does it say? Exactly. Some people might be thinking HCL, but it is HCI. A lot of people, when they come to a Toastmasters meeting for the first time, when they ask, who is a general evaluator? What does they do? An evaluator who is someone who evaluates generally. What kind of answer do you infer from that? So HCI is human-computer interaction. What does it mean? How humans and computers interact. Now let us see some examples. In the 60s, when computers came around, the only way you could interact with them was using keyboards. Then in the 70s and 80s, Douglas Engelbart and Xerox invented the mouse. So all of us started using the mouse. Then in 2007, there was a revolution. All the audience were bewildered to see a new kind of interaction on the stage. Steve Jobs announced the iPhone. So, what was new about the iPhone? Touch screen, smooth scrolling, capacitive touch, all those things, right? Newer and newer ways of interacting with computers. Today, we are going to see what is the future. How is the future actually going to look like? Please bear with me, I am not able to use the slide changer, so I will use something else to change the slides. So 2 weeks ago, Apple again came up. Apple usually has this yearly conference in May or June, Worldwide Developers Conference. They announced a new product. The new product's name was Vision Pro. What is it? Okay, this looks familiar. Is it really new? I've heard of VR, AR. I spent 5,000 rupees on the silly looking goggles. Now, I have a question for all of you. How many of you think I look like a fool? Don't worry, I can't see who is raising their hands. Then there is augmented reality where you can see through and you will see some cards over the head and all those things, right? As I said, I spent 5,000 rupees on this gadget which doesn't work without a phone, and I'm very skeptical of this. Oh great, you have 4K displays in 2 lenses. Oh wonderful, you have so many cameras, you have so many sensors. It doesn't really matter, I've already burnt my fingers. Why would I even be worried about this? The differences are enormous. Apple has been studying this market for quite a while now, and they found some flaws in the existing solutions. They decided to fix this. So what does it actually look like? Oh, I spent so much money, I get some goggles, and it just looks like reality, right? No difference. What am I going to see? Okay, there are some buttons, circles and all that I've seen in some, I go to a mall, I wear some VR goggles, I see this, right? What is in it for me? Okay, maybe I can read some browser. Apple in their video said, oh, you can read text very well. For that I'll buy a book, or I'll buy an iPhone or an iPad or a Mac. Why will I spend and read so much goggles? I can scroll and all those things. There are a lot of interesting interactions, but is it really worth it? Okay, how does the new interaction actually look like? It tracks your eyes, your eyeball movement and your fingers. Let us see a demo over here. All I just need to do some natural gestures like tapping my fingers or moving things or tapping even on the screen. It apparently works. Now, if I am someone who invests in several monitors, I can have several large screens that I can look side by side, and I don't need to purchase a monitor. Infinite size canvases. Now, when it comes to productivity, actually in meetings, I can actually join a Zoom call and see others' videos right in next to my presentation. I can do a 3D recording of important events in my life. For example, it could be a kid's birthday. It could be your old grandparents maybe singing. What does a 3D camera actually give me? Okay, I'm going to look like a fool again when an important event is going on. I'm actually going to press like this and record the event. But what it actually gives is, the next time I wear the goggles and replay the video, it looks real. I can actually simulate the entire experience all over again at a later point of time. I can view it all in 3D, just as I recorded it. Now, there is a big flaw that all of you saw, right? When I'm wearing these VR or AR goggles, especially in VR, I'm cut off from the rest of the world. There are two ways. I don't know anyone else in the room. If you come and push me from behind, I will not know them. Also, no one will want to come and talk to me. I'm isolated from you. Hey, wonderful VR, I'm seeing some mountains, rivers and all those things. But you are left out as an audience, right? When I'm enjoying that experience. At least you want to see and talk to me. Apple has worked on this, where there's a pass-through. Whenever a human being comes close, they'll just be part of the screen when you walk close. And you will see my eyes on the front of the display as if it's a transparent goggles. You would have seen the first screen, and even in this, you see the person's eyes on the front of the screen. But they have simulated it as if it's just an empty goggles. But actually it's not an AR glass. You have to switch it on for it to be passed through. This is some amazing technology that they pulled off with a smooth 3D glass. Now, even then when you're joining meetings, you can view others, right? How are you going to look like? What they did is, they simulated your entire face. The first time you get these goggles, you scan. You do this 3D scanning of your entire face. It has some LiDAR sensors and all those things. Prints a beautiful map of your entire face. Suddenly you become an avatar in the video. When you join and present in meetings, it will remove the goggles and present your face with your natural expressions in the meetings. You can be a part of meetings and your natural face will show up in these meetings. And finally, just pure entertainment, right? I want to watch on a home theater, a large screen, infinite size screens. Oh, I want to watch on a 20-foot screen and also surround myself as if I am in the mountain range. That you can do. You can also play video games on a very large monitor. And one important thing is, hey, if I'm viewing all of this, all these apps are going to track my data, collect my data, right? Apple is very careful not to give away their data. The developers do not have access to your actual eyesight. Finally, the price, that's all matters when it comes to Apple product price. Just for the price of one kidney, which is $3,500, you can go buy a phone. When it comes to India, it roughly is approximate to 3.5 lakhs. When is it going to be available? It's going to come out next year. So you better start saving, inform your spouse, take a loan and buy this gadget. Finally, they have just announced the product, but the product is not out yet. So what they are going to do is, by the end of this month, they are going to release an SDK which developers can start to use wonderful experiences. I am actually planning to take a loan to buy this product. What about you, Thomas?
So, we had 3 speeches, refreshing, so very different, and I think that sets the stage for table topics. And to do the table topics, we have... Absolutely, thank you very much. Yeah, before the evaluators color our opinions, could we do the voting for the best speakers? Thank you, Toastmaster Dharan.
Yeah, as a time team.
And the qualified speakers are...
Yeah, because surprise session. Toastmaster Cisy and Toastmaster Anirudh.
And Toastmaster Anirudh. 2 speakers are qualified. 2 speakers are qualified. Please vote accordingly. Thank you. Thank you, Toastmaster Dharan, for the intervention. So, reliable like the rock, absorbent like the ocean, a researcher who has already mentored and led his mentee to try out Toastmasters for his improvement. One regret he has: I wish I had joined Toastmasters earlier. But then consoles himself by saying, better late than never. That's today's Toastmaster, TT Master of the Day, Toastmaster Shanmugavel.
Today I am the Toastmaster. Don't be wilder, because the Toastmaster, what I have prepared for this table topics are very easiest way. I will display some slides. By seeing those slides, you have to express your thoughts. Usually the table topics is for 1 to 2 minutes. Those who are speaking up to 2 minutes, they are qualified. Extra 30 seconds can be given. Table topic means like it is an instant. We know table salt, tablespoon, table, like that. Like that, instantly the topic will be given. You have to see and you have to talk. It will check your impromptu skill. So accordingly, I have prepared. How much time I will be getting for this, sir? 20 minutes? 20 minutes. In some slides, only 2 minutes. In some slides, 2 or 3 persons has to speak. The timer, if we give for 2 persons 3 minutes, if it is 3 persons, provide 4 minutes. Okay, sir. Shall I start? Yeah. Yes. For this, I would like to call upon a newcomer. He has a unique style. He will speak very fast, like fast passenger. Toastmaster Anuradha. Sir, you can express.
Oh, this is a topic, is it?
Yes, sir. The candle.
He did bewilder me, and rightly pointed by Toastmaster Professor Lavani. But isn't it nice to see table topic participants come and be bewildered? How do you feel? Don't worry, that's not a table topic for you. Friends, when you look at the movie, the picture, it says a candle. It says our life should be like a candle. What does it mean? Live and lift other people's life before you get extinguished. Today happens to be my birthday, and I came over here just to be with my family, the Toastmasters Medley, because when I came from Mumbai to over here, there was a place I wanted to socialize, to meet people, to express myself, and no other better place than Toastmasters. Is Toastmasters Club a candle for me? Of course, yes. And for all of you, you all had the option of watching the new movie. What is the new movie which has come? The Ram Lakshman, what was the movie? Yes. But you chose to come over here because you wanted to grow. You wanted to make a difference to yourself because you gave the importance of it. And because you believe that Toastmasters can be. But pause for yourself. What can you do outside Toastmasters? I was going there and I called the gatekeeper and I gave him a piece of cake. When I gave him the piece of cake, he had a feeling. He said, "Thank you, sir." And this was different. He had a feeling. He comes from Nepal. He doesn't talk, cool. And when I gave him, I saw that kind of gratitude. I find that happiness. Friends, it's about those small moments which you have to do to light other people's life. You don't have to give lots of people, just a few kind words. One of the speakers rightly said, people will forget what you said. People will forget what you did. People will not forget how you made them feel. And you can make them feel by just being a little bit more empathetic, just being a little bit more kind. By just coming to Toastmasters and making sure that the DPI doesn't have artics, trying and taking notes, right, Toastmaster? He is smiling. But isn't this a novel idea? A great idea to have surprise. He already has 4 slots booked. Friends, it's about making the little things. The next time you have a choice to be like ice cream or a candle, choose a candle. Because when you eat the ice cream gets dark immediately. But when you're like a candle, you lift other people and they will remember you for the rest of your lives.
Next goes to a person. Sometimes I look like him, a Sarukhan. He is optimistic and he is giving lot of chance to the newcomer like me, the Vice President TM Shanmugavel.
Okay, I would like to start with same as Toastmaster Anandan. Our table topics master bewildered me. The list which I gave, I was the last but one. I was pretty confident you won't reach that time. By then, we would give him the red flag. But unfortunately, here I am. Thank you, table topics master. When you become a king, be a king, live a life like a king. This is what I understood on my experiences whenever I took up any new challenges. As a small boy, when I started going for school, I was the first one who had to travel by a city bus to a city school. I was told you can't even climb or get onto a bus. Better you study in the school in our village. All our other children in my village, they were going to the village school. But my parents told me, you should go to the school which is in the city, which will make your life different, better than what others are getting. I went to the school in the city. The school, there were around 45 students in my class. I stood 45th. And all my friends who were from the village, they were topping the classes. Because there were no other children, there were only 2-3 children in each class. So they were the toppers. But when I went there to the city school, initially I had some challenges, but later I started understanding how it is. And then I started growing myself from there. And slowly I made myself one of the best in those city schools. And somehow I managed to come up as one of the toppers in my higher secondary. From there on, whatever the challenges I face, I take it up head on to it and make myself bigger than the challenge and made it possible. So live a life as a king, wherever you are, however you are, you will be a king one day. Thank you. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Next goes to the guest. A person he want to present whatever he want to do it by presentation, PowerPoint. Another person is a multinational company working in the medical group. Guest Rekha and Priyadarshini. This is the topic. You have to talk about the boss. Another, you have to talk about the leader. They want to do a mission. You want to talk on the way of boss. You are the leader. Please talk. For 3 minutes. One mission has to be done. You are the boss. On the way of boss, how you will conduct that mission. You are the leader. Okay?
Yeah.
Please. Sir, 3 minutes can be given.
Yeah. Okay. I'll start. So the mission is to get into the project completed. So boss, tell me what I have to do. Is that I can take it forward with my team, or is there any instructions from your end?
I'm completely bewildered. The reason being we have a shortage of a team now, but with all the possibilities of thinking on a deadline, I would suggest that we have to definitely plan this as much possible, having the end in mind, and keep going on the planning side of things.
Okay, now I'm bewildered to get a boss like this, because my boss is someone who will be not in this tone when a task comes. He always pushes people, but the leader, as a leader, I need to show the people how it is done. So boss always say what to do, leader always say how to do, and go with the team. So as a boss, do you think which I can follow now? I should be a boss to my team, or I should be a leader to my team?
I definitely think that a leader is the one who will make the other people smart. So definitely I vouch for encouraging them in a positive way to get this completed, keep them motivated, and make sure that we are meeting the deadlines.
It will be really good every bosses react like this leaders, but obviously it is not the case. But still, when a boss comes and says me, this has to be done without knowing whatever the facts, that's what will be in our mind. This boss doesn't know what is the facts behind it or how it is done, but he says just what to do. That is what will be given. So as a leader, I have to analyze and see that what are the ins and cons of my team to push it forward. So do you think bosses always react in this way?
I think so. Certainly we have to definitely take the advantage of the situation at this moment, considering the shortage of people, but the deadline in mind. So it will be really good if you can have some strategy around this and keep you as a leader and friend to get this achieved.
Actually, it's difficult for me to play a role of a leader because boss is my kind of working, because I'm bossy, my team leads always have. So it is like interchanged actually, but still I can play the role continued. So you think that boss being a leader is what supports the team?
Absolutely, I think in that way.
So that is how you do it in your real-time scenario?
Absolutely.
That would be great, and I encourage everyone to be as a leader instead of a boss. Thank you.
Thank you.
Next one also, like that, 2 persons has to be invited. One is the person from the place where the paratha is famous. My place also paratha is famous. Have you heard about Kuttalam border paratha or Sangote paratha?
Yes.
Like that. That person place is also famous for paratha. Another person is a Chartered Accountant. Our President Dharan and Rajesh Sahu. This is also 3 minutes. Sir, please begin.
Thank you.
Sir, our president has to talk about the cage, which is the bird which is in the cage. Another one, the free bird. Okay? You are the free bird. Please talk about it. If both the birds speak together, what will they speak?
So it will be a kind of debate or what? I mean,
whatever it may be.
I will oppose that, and what I
Yes,
say
like
you
that.
will oppose that.
Kiwi speak the bird which is in the cage, what are the difficulties which is facing, or what are the things which are enjoying, like that.
We'll start?
We'll start. Okay. Ajay sir, see, I'm very happy inside the cage. I get the food every time. People come and serve me, and they also put a fan for me when I'm tired. And I don't need to go out. I don't need to spend any energy. Okay, people come and sing to me, and then make me sing. What are you doing? Why are you flying so high and in the sun, in the heart and everything? What is your problem? Why don't you come into a cage? We all sit together and then spend our life happily.
Being in case, you are eating whatever is being,
The morning I ate prota.
given to you. But when I fly, I have the freedom to choose what I want to eat. So I eat what I want to eat. You are eating what you are being, given to it. So that is not the difference. People come and sing in front of you.
See, how does it matter? Yeah, whatever you want, okay. Anything you have something, then eat and then enjoy your life. No, why do you need to struggle like this?
It is all about choosing. I choose my happiness as a free bird. You don't have the choice to choose anything. People will come and sing in front of you. You have to listen, whether you like or not. But I have the freedom to choose whether I want to listen to the song or not.
But you have to always go and search for it, right? So
It's okay.
How what happens like you don't find anything? Here I will know that definitely I will get something in the morning, the breakfast, and then the lunch and dinner, and I can get up anytime I want and then go to sleep at any time I want. But you have to search. You have to spend a lot of effort and energy. At the end of the day, you don't know whether you will get the result or not.
World is so big. It has everything for everybody. So if I am a dream bird, then definitely I can search something for me. And moreover, freedom is more important than getting food. Happiness is important than getting your stomach filled and getting some unnecessary singing and unnecessary stuff from the people who are watching you. So when you are free bird, you can see outside the world and what is happening outside.
It makes me think about it. Okay, maybe there is a point in what you are saying. So maybe, I'm staying in the cage, right? As you say, I don't prefer my preferences. Whatever it is given to me, I take it. So maybe I will agree with you. So can you please help me to come out of the cage? Maybe you can come and sit in the cage for some time.
I talk to your prisoner and I'll ask him to free you so that you can also enjoy the life outside.
Sure, yeah. Please help me out. Thank you very much.
Next one is, there is also a same type of slide, but 3 person has to speak. For that, I would like to call upon Neely Kumar, Toastmaster, and another person is our young and energetic person. He is a gym master for gymnastics. Another person is here, guest Sanjeev. Please. Sindana, Sanjeev, young, adult, and old. Sindana has to talk about young. Please come this way. Sanjeev. Guest Sanjeev.
Sanjeev.
Yes.
That's really bewildering for me.
He has to talk about adult.
Okay.
And he has to talk about old. Okay. What are the advantage and disadvantage? Please come this way. Or you people are facing. For example, the adult he may have money, but he may not have time. The young person, he doesn't have energy, but he has money like that. You have to talk about that. Sir, 4 minutes can be given. 3 minutes.
4 minutes.
Okay, 4 minutes, please.
Good evening all, I'm Sindana. So I'm here to talk about the young generation people. So young means I think maybe the childhood matters here. So as now since I'm an adult, I'm just getting to know the advantages of being a kid. So earlier when I was kid, I was thinking, okay, oh, I'm controlled by my parents, I'm controlled by my teachers, I was thinking about it. But now I'm just getting to know what are the advantages of being a kid. So I'm totally cared by my parents, teachers, and I'm totally directed by them, and I don't have much responsibility. So I'm totally, I have the pleasure of freedom to enjoy everything in the life.
Okay. So, hi everyone. So, I have to talk to him, right?
Yes.
Anybody, okay. So, as an adult, now the real scenario is happening that no, we are the breadwinner for the family. So, even though no, I want to I am interested to travel a lot and everything, but being an adult, everything responsibility come to me. So I have to take care of my family. I have to take care of my parents. So I am not again. No, I will have the energy and I may have the money also, but everything I have to take care. So I will not have the time to do whatever things I have. Yeah.
So my name is Dharan and I'm an entrepreneur. So this is my old age and I have lived a legacy. And that legacy I want to transfer to the young and adults where they can create a positive impact in people's life through fitness and nutrition. Like all other old people, I don't want to be idle. I just want to travel around the world and spread my legacy and want to inspire the people around me. So I don't feel that I'm old and I'm feeling weak. All those things are negatives. I feel whatever it is, I have to move. Movement is my life. Movement is my work. Movement is my breath. So I have to move and I want to inspire through my legacy. That's what I want to do. So that is the message for the young and adults, where you have to inspire with your legacy and you have to create a positive impact in people's life. And that's what I want to do. And that is the old age for me, where I'm traveling everywhere. I'm passing my legacy for young students, people like you. That's it. Thank you. This is the message. Thank you.
First, yes, sir, one person. Okay. The last person is the guest. Priya. Guest Priya. Oh, sorry. Rajasekhar.
Hello.
You want to talk about this?
Hands, right? Red hands or these? Hands or these? It's good.
They are small creatures.
Yeah. Actually, I was bewildered while seeing the ants in various places, in home, in other areas. I was very much inspired by the nature of ants because they are continuously moving, particularly in the summer days. I can get, whenever I see the ants, I can get the energy most of the time. And also, we can learn one more thing from the ants is like the team effort, how they make the team effort. They are continuously working and gathering the food grains or whatever the relevant things they need from multiple places and bring it to a specific place. It may be irritation to the human beings because it spoils their food or whatever they have. But in terms of inspiration, it's continuous, not only with ants. I also have the similar experience with fishes which are continuously moving. So it's nice to see, and we can say multiple types of ants. Some of the ants are in trees and bigger in size. That's all I can share now. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. That's all my sessions.
Thank you very much. So we saw variety again. Today's whole core to me is variety along with suspense. We had 1 player, 2 players, 3 players. So let's, before any delay, let's straightway get into the voting for the TT. Please give us the names only of the qualified TT speakers. And I request, as the names are called,
speakers are qualified.
could you kindly call the names so that they can raise their hands and we can recognize them?
Toastmaster Anandan,
Mr. Anandan.
Toastmaster Rangadeshi, Guest Rekha, Priyadarshini, Vijayrajan, Rajesh Chau, Dharan, Sintana, Sajid, Guest. The last speaker is, so your name is Tamil? Tamil.
Yeah, I hope you understood. So we have to vote them as teams, am I right? Which means the XCOM has got additional budget. You can now increase the number of ribbons you're going to give away. Good news. So kindly take care of the voting. As for me, I realized, rather, I'm sure you must have realized, even with an open agenda, we can run a meeting. Everything is going smooth, right? Yes. Great. Only thing is, I noticed that we've enjoyed it so much, we have overshot the time by something like 14 minutes. So I'm going to make my generous contribution by not saying anything more in this section and passing it on to the general evaluator to take on the evaluation.
So we listened to 3 rollicking speeches, which were informational, energetic, as well as humorous and whatnot, emotional as well. To evaluate their thoughts and actions, I have 3 evaluators, and they will be coming here and then presenting their report on how the speeches have been. To evaluate the first speech by Toastmaster Cisy, I would like to call upon the evaluator Toastmaster Anuradha. Toastmaster Anuradha is a doctor in physiology, and if we have to give a doctorate for Toastmaster Anuradha on the special day, she will win hands down. Please put your hands to welcome Toastmaster.
Good evening once again. Let us give a big round of applause to Toastmaster Cisy. Toastmaster Cisy Sebastian delivered her icebreaker speech in Motivational Strategy Pathway, Embrace Every Moment. She started with her childhood days, then about her college, then to her lovely family, then how she motivated her friend, and finally she ended up with her, about her and what made her to join Toastmaster. She created interest among the audience from the beginning itself and had a good eye contact, and she narrated the story clearly. So overall, Toastmaster Cisy had met her objective. It was a well constructed speech, and she engaged the audience throughout her speech with a little emotion. And these are the positive aspects. I like to tell few recommendations. First is usage of stage. She restricted herself to the center of the stage. She would have used the stage effectively. That was my first recommendation. Second one is gesture. That is, she was in one place with a closed hand. According to psychologists, a person with a closed hand or a person with the hands in the pocket will be little nervous and with less confidence. So that could be avoided in her future speech. Then third thing I want to tell is about her tone. Her tone was monotonous from the beginning to end. She would have used vocal variety, that is show difference in her tone during various situations. That's it about thing. So overall, it was a wonderful, fantastic speech, and she met the objectives. And with this, I'll end my report. Thank you.
Toastmaster Cisy, your speech was emotional as well as motivational. And the amazing thing I have learned from that speech is more of your amazing parenting. Thank you. To evaluate the second speech by Toastmaster Sundaresan, we have Toastmaster Vijayrajan. So Toastmaster Vijayrajan is an ex-Medleyan and he is a returning member for Medley as well. And I like the way he comprehends everything. So when he was a TT speaker as well as a guest also, what he does is he observes the entire meeting and comprehensively tell at the end of the meeting as the feedback. Very well done. Thank you very much. Please come here.
Good evening once again, Toastmasters and my dear guests. Today, when our Toastmaster Sundaresan told me that I'm going to deliver a speech on old age home, I thought this speech is going to be something like a violin, not that interesting. But when he started his speech, I was glued to his speech and the speech became interesting. How? Because of the plot which he set. The plot was well set. When he opened the speech in the very first, he talked something about geriatrician. So he gave a lead to the story, what I'm going to talk about. Second thing is 3 simple stories with limited characters. Characters well set. His friend geriatrician and 3 personalities, 3 stories. So overall it was like a personal conversation, just as if it was discussing about the conversation, the thing what really had happened. Above all, it was a real-time story. So overall, I was totally involved in your message which you conveyed. Above all, actually, earlier in the early speech, this is actually your second speech. The first speech, the improvement point was given to him was the tone, the voice modulation. In today's speech, sir, actually you have implemented your voice modulation. There was absolutely a fantastic variation in your tones here and there. So you have made your improvement in that area. So as far as this voice modulation is concerned, your improvement has been done. Coming to every speech has its own improvement areas. Coming to the point of improvement, what I would like to suggest is, you gave 3 wonderful stories, touching stories, but at the end, suddenly you gave the entire blame to the NRIs. As if I felt 3 stories were totally different. Second story is about a heroine who mismanaged during her green days. She didn't save money. The first story was also something about financials. And the last story is about the NRI stories, America and Canada. So I felt you gave 3 wonderful stories, but at last you put the blame on the NRIs. So it would have been better, you could have given 3 points, like 1 for NRIs, 1 for personal financial management, etc. So 3 messages would have been better, or 1 story exclusively about this NRIs and giving that message also would have been great. This is what personally I could found. Above all, I was thinking, what would have happened to that cricket match which you missed? I think if you have watched that cricket match, you would have seen all the retired players playing cricket, and these NRIs are watching that cricket, having the flag on their face. And okay, you missed that cricket match to deliver such a wonderful message to us. Message well delivered, message well received, sir. Thanks for the message.
Thank you, Toastmaster Vijayrajan. So the third speech, it was by Toastmaster Anirudh. To evaluate Toastmaster Anirudh's speech, I would like to call upon Toastmaster Chaitanya. Toastmaster Chaitanya, I did not get your introduction, but you already gave an icebreaker speech during the feedback session itself. So we already know that you are coming from Chennai Wordsmiths Toastmasters Club, and you are a voracious reader, as well as you came here for developing your public speaking skills. Please put your hands to welcome Toastmaster.
Thank you, Gentle Evaluator. Congrats, Toastmaster Anirudh, for completely engaging us in this Worldwide Developer Conference for selling the product of Vision Pro, which is yet to be launched in India. I was surprised by the title of the speech, which was HCI, Human Computer Interaction. It bewildered me today. But as you progress through the slides and the content, the topic selection as well as the content that you have selected to present it to the audience, wide audience, was very apt, and the slides were so relevant, and I was able to grasp what the context is entirely and what your conversation is leading to, the presentation is leading to. This was the first good sign that I saw. And you also brought a crop of VR glass for demonstrating at us what it's going to be, and you also sprinkled humor all along your speech, which is a great sign, because your pathway is engaging humor and the intent of your speech is also delivered with that intent. The second aspect that I liked is you also had a consistent design in your PPT, which is black and white, and since it is a well-lit room, this combination was very well visible for me, and I was able to follow through. But now I do have a few suggestions, if I may suggest with humble respect, I would like to do that. So you had a good stage presence, but I felt that your videos were taking the spotlight instead of you. There were a lot of videos that was distracting me, and I was thinking, should I watch you or should I go through the videos? But I would feel that the usage of PPT should be to enhance your message, to paint a visual picture of what your thought process is, and that will create a greater impact on yours. So this is one place. The second suggestion that I do have is, when you're using these images, I would suggest to also mention the source of the image to give the credibility of your content, whether this is a real product that's going to be launched very soon. And these were the two suggestions that I do have. And to sum up, PPT has definitely tempted us to save our money to buy the product which will be launched soon, and how this product is differentiating from the existing VR glass. So that was the greatest selling point in your speech. I congratulate you for your next speeches. Thank you.
Thank you all the three evaluators for providing astute as well as, I appreciate your alacrity to come up with these kind of evaluations. Thank you. Now, I would like to ask the timer to see if there are any disqualifications in the evaluations.
All the three evaluators are good.
Qualified.
There is no disqualification.
No disqualification. Very good. Thank you. And
first evaluator, Dr. Anuradha. Second.
See, please vote for the best evaluator.
First, Dr. Anuradha. Second, Vijayrajan. Third, Chaitanya. Mr. Toastmaster Chaitanya.
Thank you. So please vote for the best evaluators. Guests, you would have received the QR codes, as well as members, you would have received the link for voting the best performer. Now I'd like to call upon the tag role team for presenting their reports. I would like to call the timer first to provide the timing report. Please put your hands to welcome. You can come here. Please put your hands to welcome this one.
Toastmaster Cisy took 5 minutes 45 seconds. Toastmaster Anirudh 7 minutes 26 seconds. In table topics, Toastmaster Anandan 2 minutes 15 seconds. Venkat Session 2 minutes 3 seconds. Guest Priyadarshini Rekha took 2 minutes 30 seconds. Dinakaran Rajesh Shaw took 2 minutes 51 seconds. Dharan, Sindhana, Sajeev, Gust. Totally they took 2 minutes 34 seconds. Tamil Ved, Gust took 1 minute 21 seconds. In evaluations, Dr. Anuradha took 2 minutes 18 seconds. Gust Vijayrajan took 3 minutes 25 seconds. Toastmaster Chaitanya took 2 minutes 24 seconds. The surgeon at arms took 1 minute 10 seconds. TMOD took nearly 6 minutes. GE took nearly 7 minutes. That's all I said.
You did a wonderful job by by timing all the role players. Thank you. And now I'd like to call upon our counter Toastmaster Jagan to provide his report.
I will go in the reverse chronological order so that it's easy for me to remember. Evaluator 3, Chaitanya. When I said there is a pattern that I found today, so are, and we use the and word as a conjunction for all our sentences. It is a pattern across non-native speakers of English, so which means none of us had clear speeches. I'm very proud of that. As an R counter, none of us had clear speeches, including me. I started with an R. So and conjunction was used by our evaluator. He also used but and now together. There was one place that he used that. And the second evaluator, Vijay, he used long passes. The word overall was repeated. Etc. was placed in a place which was not supposed to be there. Actually was there, and so on are. That combination. Anuradha used so and are. Our last TT speaker, Tamil Vel, used actually. So was repeated. After that we had 3 people. It was very difficult for me to notice all the 3 people listening to them at once, but I was able to do some parts. Santana used so and Sanji, I guessed, he used so and are. There was this very less proportion of people use but I was able to notice today in 2 people. One was yours, and Dharan used so and are. The next one, Dinakaran and Rajesh, that pack, Dinakaran uses a lot of like, so and maybe. Rajesh used once. Other than that, it was nearly clear. Rekha and Priya. Rekha used so and are. No filler words, but so and are was repeating. Priya Darshini used so and are, but the one filler word was okay. And Venkataseshan, nearly clear, but the and conjunction you were using, and in my repeated. And guessed Ananthan. And I was able to find one R and those ands in between the sentences. After that, we'll come to the prepared speeches. Toastmaster Anirudh used actually once. All these things were repeated 2 or 3 times because he was talking about technical things. All these things was repeated. Right, we'll have to go back to our drawing board to see the usage of right or correct, which is the correct usage of using. And so and are was repeated. Sundaresan repeated are twice. Other than that, clear. Cisy had no filler sounds, no filler words. There were 6 or 7 long pauses. Nearly clear speech. Other than that, that's about it. I have not noted the Toastmaster of the day. Please do forgive me. And the general evaluator. Over.
To call upon the Grammarian Toastmaster Prasanna to present a report.
Greetings everyone again. I was pleasantly bewildered to hear the word of the day being used by 12 speakers today. Toastmaster Saravanan, DTM Thomas Sir, Toastmaster Sundaresan, Toastmaster Anirudh, Toastmaster Shanmugavel, Toastmaster Ananthan, Venkataseshan, guest Rekha and Priyadarshini and Saji, guest Rajshekhar and Toastmaster Chaitanya. Thank you. Coming to the good usage of words, TM Thomas Sir used perceive, illustrious, reliable like a rock, better late than never. Toastmaster Saravanan used observe and orchestrate, astute, alacrity. Toastmaster Cisy used intruder, sinking ship, instrumental, prudently, affirmation, regeneration, shining a light on her qualities, immersed, stood on her feet, and standing strong. She had a strong situation where she could have used the word of the day. When you mentioned about your friend was feeling lost, the bewildered could have been used there. Toastmaster Sundaresan had used cosmopolitan and destitute. Toastmaster Anirudh used skeptical, burnt my fingers, and enormous. Toastmaster Ananthan used the word extinguished. Toastmaster Venkataseshan said a phrase, live life like a king. Guest Priyadarshini said the quote, boss says what to do while the leader says how to do it. Toastmaster Dharan used the word legacy and the phrase movement is life, movement is work, and movement is breath. And guest Vijayrajan said he used a simile to describe the speech was like a violin and a metaphor when he said that he was glued to the speech, and the phrase green days. Toastmaster Chaitanya used the phrase sprinkled humor, and to give a speech is to paint a picture. Toastmaster Jagan used the word drawing bro to highlight this example. Coming to the improper usages, adult you should use it as an adult, and interested to. Instead of that, interested in would be a better choice, and demonstrated as. It should be demonstrated to us. And when we say product is differentiating, a better usage would be product is different, or the differentiating feature of a product. Thank you. Over to Janagari.
Thank you, Toastmaster Prasanna Vani. We have seen all the tag players, timer, or counter, and grammarian. Please vote for the best tag player in your QR code or your link. Now it's time for me to provide the entire evaluation report, starting from the beginning of the meeting up to now. I would say in the beginning itself, the excitement was palpable. A lot of tension and everything, and who will be picking the lots, and who will be coming in the lots, and all those stuff. But one thing I would say here is, not everybody were present at the time of lot picking. So I would say like that is an improvement point, because our members, we have 45 members in Medley and 15 were in attendance today. So that is 33% of attendance. So we have to improve that attendance percentage. We started a bit late, but that's okay, because we had to spend some time on the lot picking and everything. Normally we start around 2:55. This time we started around 3:05. That's fine. Then if I have to see all the role players, starting with Sergeant at Arms. Sergeant at Arms gave an introduction about the president and announced my name. So I was thinking okay, maybe that is also lot picked, but luckily that was not the case. President, he introduced all the guests. That is one of the important factors that is required as far as MOD is concerned, the quality of the meeting is concerned, to introduce the guest, and the guest provide their intention of coming to Toastmasters and what their feedback is. That is very well done. And one of the guests mentioned about, I think, Vijayrajan, come again and again. That is one of the important things. And I, being a proud Medleyan, I like that. Come again and again. So guests, please come again and again and be members. So the TMOD started with the special day, and today, if you know, there are some 10 to 15 special days. So you mentioned about the drop day and everything, but he picked up the right special day. Out of the 10-15, he picked up juggling. So that is one of the things which is very much relevant to today's meeting as well, the surprise role selections. The speakers were really good. A lot of informational, emotional, as well as motivational phrases, amazing things that we can take up, like parenting and all. Then table topics, it is more of vivid pictures. So we were able to relate to that, and then we can provide those inputs. And Toastmaster organization, when you give the list, I think the TT master read it from bottom up. So that's why you have come up with the second person. But one improvement point I would say in TT is the debates. Okay. Normally, TT sessions are for a member to talk 1 to 2 minutes continuously. But some of the sessions are like, some person talks for 30 seconds, another person talks for 30 seconds. It's bits and pieces. So we can ask them to talk continuously, and the next person can talk continuously for 1 to 2 minutes. It's okay, because when we have more number of members, it is one of the way to accommodate them. That's fine. But TT's essence is, when a person comes here and talks for at least 1 to 2 minutes, and maybe they can use the extra time of 30 seconds and talk for 2.5 minutes in front of all the audience. That is where the impromptu speaking skills as well as the thinking on the field skills will develop. Other improvement areas I would say are the explanation about voting process. We can tell upfront, or we can keep some instructions saying that, okay, this will be through a QR code and you have to scan like this, or during the SAA session itself we can say okay, you will be given some QR codes, go and do that, so that we will not interrupt during the entire session saying that, okay, fine, vote for this person, that person, and all those stuff. Second thing I would say here is crosstalks can be avoided, so that we can use chits or WhatsApp messages so that everybody will be aware of what is expected in all those stuff. Last but not the least, it is an excellent session, I would say. I mean, I thoroughly enjoyed. Although this is more of an impromptu session because we have to decide the lots and then we have to do the roles. But it's a smooth process, I would say. It was not feeling like, okay, everybody is doing the role for, I mean, at the point of time. So I really like that session, and I hope you also like the session. And the entire session is getting videographed, okay? And for the members' benefits as well as for the guest benefit, please do an SSLC. Subscribe, share, like, comment for Medley Toastmasters Club in YouTube as well as Instagram and everything. With this, I have come to my end of the session, and over to the TMOD to continue the session.
Thank you very much, Steve. Thank you also for saving my time. Things I have in my script, you've already said. I will save time for the group. So, the best thing about Toastmasters is also the worst thing about Toastmasters. What could that be? The best thing about Toastmasters is also probably the worst thing about Toastmasters. Blasphemous. What's that? It's so tightly packed and we know what's going to come, right? It's so beautifully packed. So we almost go in, we are lulled, our senses are lulled, and we sort of go into a semi-zombie mood if we don't have a role. Today's surprise session kept us all on our toes. I loved it. Secondly, you will agree with me when Toastmaster says where leaders are made. Where are leaders made? By making speeches for 7 minutes and going and getting an applause? I believe that it is this surprises, this unexpected, how you handle that makes you leaders. And externally, some of our members have gone and shown their mettle in taking on roles. That's why we become leaders. So that's another aspect this meeting brought to the fore. I have a recommendation to the ExCom. Why not make this a more regular feature? Your problems about filling the speaker's role is also fulfilled. Anyway, the other thing is, 3 things surprised me today. Or did anybody got any surprise? Let me give you an opportunity first. Anything that you found surprising? Yes?
Table topic involving 3 members.
3 members. That was new.
I was surprised that I could write a speech this morning for the surprise meeting.
Ha! That's for, we must make that appeal to the VPE. 3 surprises, and it's also one way of my, making up for mistakes I might have made. One was, I called the name of the evaluator who was sitting there in a blue shirt. I saw a blue shirt going out, and he comes up here because we didn't have time to visualize and plan things in our heads, right? Second was, the TT Master is here, and suddenly I see 2 people there and some visuals going on. I thought it was disturbing. I requested someone to please switch it off. Then I realized, because I had no planning, we didn't do this planning, I realized it was required for the TT Master. So I apologized to the guest and requested him to make good that. These are things that wouldn't happen in a normal meeting. But I suppose it was okay. And the third one was, I'm a little jittery when it comes to time. We've been running 12 minutes late. So I surrender my time, etc., etc. Then I realized our VPE had hidden 7 minutes in the agenda. So with the time I gave up, we are more or less okay. So friends, in every way, surprises are a welcome thing. You might remember that in 2001, we had introduced surprise session as a regular session and not telling people what that would be. So surprise, I think, is the element Medley can do with for its next level. And with that, let me hand you back. Yeah, I must also request you to do the voting for the best role player, which is TT Master Toastmaster Shanmugavel, General Evaluator Toastmaster Saravanan, and yours truly. With that, let me hand you over to the Presiding Officer.
Thank you so much, sir, for wonderfully conducting this surprise meeting. So hope you all had a good time, enjoyed, surprised, all at the same time. Okay, it's time to recognize our first time speaker, Toastmaster Cisy. Would you please? Thank you so much. It was a wonderful speech. It was a well structured and one of the good icebreaker speeches that we have heard in the recent times. You have covered all the aspects from your family side and everything. Thank you so much. Thanks for the speech. Okay, now it's time to hear the feedback from guests. Sajeev, would you please come and share your feedback?
It's actually just full of surprises. This is the most feared thing for me in the life. Talking to more than 2-3 people actually. I never thought I would be speaking today, and
you can face.
Yeah, so that's my problem actually I'm facing. So I think I should come here regularly. I can overcome this stage fear and to the public speaker. Yeah, thank you so much. I'll be a regular member. Thank you.
Yeah, next guest, guest Priya. Yeah.
Thank you. So this session I was been expecting for the whole week, but one of the character that I have is like late coming, which I'm trying my best. But because of that, I miss so much of roles that I have to grab it. But the one you have given this evening, this 2 hours, it's just gone in a blink. Never in a minute I felt bored or I'm not engaged. Every minute, everyone kept us all towards the stage. So that was really awesome. Obviously, when I'm sitting there, oh my God, if I would have given this slide, I would have nailed it. At this point, I would have done it so excellent that those were the things that many of us would have had in our brains. So I'm looking forward for the next week to come, next Saturday to come early, jump in over here and take my roles on that. And thank you so much, so many good words. Bewildered, I'm going to use it throughout my week. I'm going to have it spread. Actually, this word I know, but never used often. So all these things are really good. So I will let my friends also to come and join. Thank you so much for engaging.
We are very happy to have you here. You bring a lot of energy and enthusiasm. Thank you so much for the
the energy is in the floor.
Yeah. Guest Rajesh.
I've been a Toastmaster for the last.
Can you please come? No, it's okay.
So I've been a Toastmaster for almost 14 years. I've been advanced communication, silver and beta. So I think John Abraham. One thing that always amazes me about coming to Toastmaster, the yearning to learn among members, the energy, enthusiasm that they bring in, the entire team effort that we all bring in for the mutual learning, right? I think in the world, if I have to say, there are very, very few places where we are really, really appreciative of others' efforts, right? And I think Toastmaster is one of the rarest places where we want to see others succeed. And I think today was a fantastic meeting. Kudos to all the speakers, the icebreaker session, and it was a mix of fresh speeches to experienced speeches. I thoroughly enjoyed it. Thank you so much.
Any difference from our club to Medley? Any difference or
If I'm permitted to.
Yeah.
If I'm permitted,
sure.
If I'm permitted to add 30 seconds.
Sure.
When I joined Medley, Toastmaster Rajesh Natarajan was a veteran, and he still is a veteran. And he has been to the district stage, podium winners.
District champion twice.
Absolutely. And I know this, that including my mentee, you have mentored people who followed you to the district stage. So I am sorry we missed acknowledging you. Thank you. Do tomorrow. Thank you.
And that long pause in my evaluation is because of you. He's such a great evaluator. When I saw him, I thought, don't want.
Thanks for the wonderful words, Rajesh. Let's keep visiting us. Thank you for coming to today and meeting us. Yeah, guest Rekha.
To speak from here. For some reason, I'm really surprised of myself. I'm totally nervous throughout the session. I don't know the reason why. That is really surprising me. But I'm really anxiously waiting to be a member here because I have successfully completed 3 weeks as a guest.
Okay. See, I think it happens for everybody. Like, it's not just for you. Like, based on what you go through during the day, and then maybe you are like very came late for the meeting, or you were in urgent mode or something like that. So it is normal for everybody, nothing specific to you, so don't worry about it. Okay. Alright. So yeah, guess Tamil, you can come here. Yes. So it's your second session today?
Yeah, first session. Yeah, first of all, I'm very happy to see you guys all the different new faces and from different professions. So that's the first thing. I feel very happy today, and I could see a lot of varieties today in terms of TMOD, reviewer, and the person who has given the comments in terms of grammar and as well as the usage of words or the other aspects and timer. So I could see a lot of varieties here, and in terms of topics also, the people who has given the prepared speeches as well as the slides. So it was quite interesting and nice to see you all again and move with you. It is an entertainment, or it's a good entertainment for me today.
With this, we are coming for the best performance for the day. Best tag role player, Grammarian Toastmaster Prasanna. Best Evaluator, Toastmaster Chaitanya. Best TT Speaker, Toastmaster Anand. Best Role Player, Toastmaster Saravanan. Best Speaker, Toastmaster Cisy. Okay, with this we come to the end of the meeting. With the sound of this bell, I declare the meeting of 35 adjourned. Thank you so much.
I have two small announcements. One is for new members, we have a new member orientation program today. Whoever has joined recently, you could enroll. We have the training session today evening, I think 6 to 8. So please enroll and join the meeting. It would be very helpful for your orientation. And second thing is, maybe it's not, I'm not the right person to announce this, but in the next 3 to 4 weeks, we are planning to conduct icebreaker marathon for the new members. So all the new members who have not done their icebreaker speech, please start preparing. In the next 3 to 4 weeks, we will have the marathon. All the members will be delivering their speech on that day. Our Vice President Education elect Prasanna will share the dates and how we will do it later.
Is it all the